You are lying in bed, everything is quiet, and then out of nowhere, your brain decides to remind you of something embarrassing you did 7 years ago. You cringe. You replay it. You can feel the secondhand embarrassment all over again like it just happened. You cannot make it stop. There is actually a scientific reason this keeps happening to you, and it has nothing to do with you being weird or overly sensitive. Your brain has something called the default mode network. It is the part of your brain that activates when you are not focused on anything specific. During the day, you are distracted by work, your phone, conversations, responsibilities, noise. But the moment you get still and quiet, the default mode network switches on and starts processing unfinished emotional business. Embarrassing memories are at the top of that list because your brain never fully resolved them. It just filed them away and waited for a quiet moment to bring them back up. Here is why it keeps replaying them instead of just moving on. Your brain treats social mistakes the same way it treats physical threats. To your nervous system, embarrassment and humiliation register as danger. Back when humans lived in tribes, being rejected or humiliated by the group could mean being cast out, which meant death. So your brain flagged those moments as high-priority threats that needed to be reviewed and learned from so they never happened again. The problem is your brain does not know the difference between a real threat and a moment where you tripped in front of people in 2017. It files both under danger and keeps pulling the file back up to make sure you learned the lesson. It is running an ancient program in a modern world, and it has no idea the stakes are not the same anymore. 3 in the morning makes it worse because your cortisol levels are naturally rising during that window to prepare your body to wake up. Higher cortisol means a more alert threat detection system. Your brain is literally more primed to surface unresolved threats during that exact hour. So it is not random that it hits you at night. Your biology is working against you at the worst possible time. There is also a memory consolidation process that happens during sleep. Your brain is actively sorting and storing emotional experiences while you rest. If a memory carries unresolved emotion attached to it, your brain keeps cycling it back to the surface, trying to process and file it correctly. The more emotional charge a memory has, the more times it gets pulled back up during that process. The way to stop it is not to force yourself to stop thinking about it. That makes it worse. The brain doubles down on anything you resist. Instead, you acknowledge the memory, remind yourself you are safe, and let it pass without attaching to it. Do not fight it and do not spiral into it. Just let it move through. Over time, your brain stops flagging those moments as unfinished threats because you stop treating them like emergencies. Your brain is not torturing you on purpose. It is running an old survival program that was never designed for modern life. Once you understand that, the 3 a.m. spiral loses a little bit of its power. Drop a comment if your brain does this to you too.